This is Dennis from Spawn of Possession, and you're watching Metal Sickness. My name's Dennis, and I'm the vocalist for Spawn of Possession, death metal band from Sweden, Norway, and Germany. It's a mixed lineup. Yeah, it's called Incurso, and we haven't released anything since I think 2005 or 2006. Yeah, Noctambulant. So it's been many years, you know. So there was a lot of time to compose it for Jonas, who wrote the album, because he wrote without any pressure, and that's why I think that's one of the reasons why I think this new album became more different than anything we've done before, and very epic, very long, and I'm super proud of it. I think it's going well. We're getting good response for it, so very cool. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you know, we never thought in those terms. We always looked at it like, what do we want to do? How do we feel? It's always like every album represents Spawn of Possession in that moment. So that's why we won't do another Cabinet or another Noctambulant, because that was done. And this new album was just felt right. And before, because I was away from the band for several years, even before I left, me and Jonas talked about longer songs and writing something epic and this stuff. Then I went away, and he did it. He wrote it on his own, and then by the end, I came back in and did the lyrics and vocal stuff and all that. So the thing was that after we did Noctambulant, we had done a lot of touring, and we were almost like a machine, in the sense that when we would I had a house, so every day they would come, all the guys would come to my house, and we would play for like 2 or 3 hours, like no breaks, no chit chat, just play and play the set over and over again, which we had to do it because we wanted to be tight and all that. But for me, with the drums, I felt I kind of overdid it. So there was just the last tour we did, I knew all the songs, I could play them perfectly, but it didn't sound too good because my heart wasn't in the drumming. I can't explain it. It's hard to explain, but I just felt I gotta step away. I do this every day. I gotta relax a little bit, you know. And then we had a little falling out and stuff like that. So in the end, it was like, okay, we'll go separate ways. But then Jonas wrote me an email and said, I'm doing the new album now. It's finally happening, because he wasn't sure that there was going to be another album. He's creative, so he writes, and songs started happening. And then he wrote me and he said, you should be on the album, because it doesn't feel like completely like Spawn Obsession. So I said, can I listen to some pre-production? And he sent it to me and was like, yeah, let's go. So the thing is that Christian didn't write anything for the album except the solos. He wasn't involved in the songwriting process, Jonas just sent him some directions for the solos, and that was Christian's contribution to Incurso. I get this question a lot, because Christian is one of the great guitar players out there in the scene today, and he did an amazing job on the album, and very cool guy. But the truth is that it was Jonas who composed it. Yeah, with some help from Erland, the bass player, but it was mainly Jonas. Yeah. It's going very, very, very well. Yeah, it's going so well. Definitely one of the best, if not the best tour I have ever been on. All the bands are amazing. We got Exvius and Gorod and Obscura and Spawn, and all the bands are super cool. No rockstar BS, nothing like that. Everybody's just very relaxed. No competition. Everybody's just having, yeah, nothing. Everybody's just very mellow and cool, and everybody has fun. So far, no conflicts, no nothing. It's been really good, you know. Tour manager is very professional. He's really cool, and obviously the shows have you know, the people, the reactions at the shows have been mind-blowing, actually. Yeah, all the bands get a lot of support, you know, and so it's been really good. I'm really happy about the tour. No, it was Obscura who did the tour, and they handpicked the bands, and all the bands are the first choices, I was told, and they sort of knew about, like Christian was the one who said Spawn of Possession because he plays the solos, but the other guys, some guy knew Exvius and said we should get Exvius. Some guy said Sigurd, and all the bands said yeah, let's do it. And what I think it's I had never heard Exvius or Gorod before the tour, actually, and but because I felt I'm just gonna relax on it and just be surprised, you know. They're both those and Obscura just amazing and really good at what they do. Obviously they're different. Gordon is much more brutal and faster, and Exvius is they open the package every day, and it's such a cool thing when they do, because they have this really dreamy, weird thing going, yeah, with a lot of real cool, odd, you know, offbeat drumming and stuff, and I just enjoy it, you know, a lot. And Gorod is just as fun to see as they are, you know, as they are brutal, because they have such a good live act. Julien, the vocalist, is crazy on stage. He's a lot of fun to watch, and then Obscura is one of the tightest bands I've ever heard live. In my opinion, they're so tight. They're so so professional in what they do. They have a real cool stage show with, you know, it's good stuff. Like all the bands are really good. All great people. So yeah. I don't know. I would have. I would have Gene Hoglan on drums, Alex Webster on bass, Corpse Grinder on vocals. Definitely, I think he is the best. And on guitar, I don't know. Like, who's thinking about guitar? Oh yeah, I would have Jason Morgan, who played guitar on Millennium with Monstrosity, and I think I would go with Trey from Morbid Angel on the other guitar. That would be a crazy band. Yeah. Old school guys. Right now, there are things we want to do. There's a lot of pressure on doing tours in other places. United States is definitely one of them. And when we get home, we're going to relax, and then we're going to get together and talk about how and if and when and all that stuff, and see what can be set up. I personally would love to go to America again. We did a tour there, and you know, get over there and play. I know we have a lot of fans there, a lot of support, so that's I guess on the radar, but I'm not giving any promises, you know. Everybody needs to, you know, everybody has to be able to do it and want to do it. We're getting older, you know, families, kids, stuff like that, you know. And it's tough to be on tour. This tour actually we're doing going plus with the money, which is kind of new for us. So that makes even more sense in a way. But it's always a risk when you go on tour. You never know, and not in our band. And some people might think that we're rich and we make money off Spawn Obsession, and that's not the case at all. It doesn't work like that in especially now. Like everybody downloads and stuff. It's not much money in it. And especially when you're playing on this type of level, you have to be 100% with a passion. You know, you have to want to do it. You know, forget about money. If there's some money, cool. But the main priority is to play good music and have fun with it. And so you just got to figure out and make sure that everybody feels that way. And if so, then we'll definitely, hopefully, go to, you know, United States. And also, I mean, I would love to go to South America. And I would love to go to Asia and Australia, whatever. You know, I'd love to do all those places too. I love to travel, you know. But you know, we'll see. I don't know. We haven't decided anything yet, so we'll see. Good question. It would probably be yeah, that's an interesting question. I would probably go with yeah, I would say I would go with Hitler. Hitler. Yeah, and I would beat his ass so hard. I guess I don't have to explain why, but I would probably pick some dictator or someone like that and just beat the hell out of him.